Goldbod side, we have our CEO, the person of Mr. Samuel Tempi, our board chair, Mr. Kodufin, to my left, to my right, a lady who is doing introduction, Madam Marietta is around you. We have Honorable Yusuf Suleiman, MP for Boli and Deputy Minister for Lands and Natural Resources.
Yeah.
Representing the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources. Next to him is Honorable Shaibu Mahama, MP for Dagoya and a member of the Goldbod. Next to him is Mr. Efa Suakini, Chairman of the Bullion Traders, Chairman of Bullion Traders, and a member of our board. Next to Honorable Efa is Nana
operated refinery in Africa, around refinery. Esteemed guests, distinguished ladies and gentlemen of the media, directors and staff of the Ghana Goldbod. Good morning to you all. I didn't hear you. Good morning to you all. Yes, today is a great day because in a few minutes we will be executing a groundbreaking and landmark agreement that will change the face of the management of our gold resources, particularly in relation to value addition. But before we do that, permit me to give a little background to what we have all gathered here to do this morning. Ladies and gentlemen, when His Excellency appointed me sometime in January of 2025 to head PMXT, now Ghana Goldbod, his instructions were very clear. The key things he instructed us to do was to move away from to full value optimization through instructions, direction of my minister, Honorable Kinsel Atuforton, would have loved to be here, couldn't make it due to circumstances beyond his control. We visited Gold Coast Refinery the 9th of April 2025. And when we went to Gold Coast Refinery, we were shocked at what we discovered. We found out that Ghana has the largest gold refinery in the sub-region. That is Gold Coast Refinery. Sadly, this refinery was being underutilized and was operating full its operational capacity. The state of affairs that I witnessed firsthand was very troubling. And so we reported back to the president and the board of the Goldbod, and we commenced discussions with the refinery about how we can get the refinery to work. But it didn't make sense to us, government, that we have such critical assets in the country, and yet 99.9% of all the gold we export out of our country, whether it is small-scale gold or large-scale gold, is exported to North. And so commenced discussions with the refinery, and my governing, led by my able board chair, Mr. Benefit, has supported me every step of the way. I thought you would come to that. Yeah. So, starting off by commencing some technical concerns, the operational readiness and capacity of the refinery. And that led to certain recommendations being made to the refinery to improve operational capacity and enhance their capacity to be able to deliver quality services to Ghana. The refinery, I can confirm, is implementing all the recommendations we made. We then commenced the drafting of an agreement between us and Gold Coast Refinery, which agreement has gone through rigorous scrutiny by the governing board of the Goldbod and our sector minister. Now, this agreement, which we'll be signing a few moments from now, is going to ensure that up to 1 metric ton of gold, in other words, up to 1,000 kilograms of gold that is exported by the Ghana Goldbod, will be refined here in Ghana at Gold Coast Refinery every single week. And we hope to ramp this up through a gradual phased approach and ensure that we are able to achieve total local refining of all the gold we export out of the country. Let me say that Gold Coast Refinery has been very cooperative. They have not relented despite the challenges. There's a refinery that was commissioned in November of 2016 that has gone through several challenges since then. But I think that with where we have gotten to now, it's important to commend them for their persistence and on today's this occasion, the agreement we are about to sign is the coming on board of it is a coming on board of one refinery, refinery, as I've already indicated, is the only LBMA accredited refinery in the whole of Africa. And it is our hope that by coming on board, they will bring their expertise, the experience to bear to enhance the technical capacity and management capacity of Gold Coast Refinery and help us not only refine local and the accredited refinery here. Of Run Refinery signals one thing, and that is we are not only interested as a government to refine our gold locally here in Ghana, but we are interested to refine that gold in a sustainable manner that promotes traceability and that ensures that every gold that we feed to Gold Coast Refinery for refining is and responsibly sourced in line with the OECD and LBMA guidelines. Ghana Goldbod is very committed to this. And our soon to be launched track and trace system will make the verification of this very, very easy. Now, as I've already indicated, what this agreement means is that up to 1 ton of gold that is exported by Goldbod every week will not be exported in its raw form, but will be refined to purity of 99.5%. And in fact, this is refreshing to know that Gold Coast Refinery has the capacity to deliver 3 nines and 4 nines and 5 nines. So they can give us 9, the best standard, of gold purity. Another exciting thing about this agreement is that every bar of gold that will be refined by Gold Coast Refinery and exported will bear a hallmark that will have Gold Coast Refinery, Ghana Gold Board, the Ghana Standards Authority, the Bank of Ghana's emblems. That is also very, very refreshing. But even more exciting is the fact that we are not some strangers who are going to be refining our gold at Gold Coast Refinery, but we are part and parcel of that refinery. In fact, that refinery is also ours. What do I mean by that? The CEO and the board of the Gold Coast Refinery has been gracious enough to give the Republic of Ghana reading interest 50% for and on behalf of the Republic of Ghana. And this is a certificate that has been issued to us as evidence of this 50% free carried interest. Now, it is our hope we as government, we are leading by example. And so this 1 metric ton of gold we are hoping to refine every week effective 1st of February 2026 is gold that we buy, we own, and we control. We don't want to stop there. We want to work with the Chamber of Mines. And for those of you who don't know, the Chamber of Mines is the official body that represents large-scale mining firms in this country. We want to work with them to ensure that we don't stop at the local refining of ASM gold, but we also must start from somewhere. They cannot continue to refine their gold in refineries in Europe while refineries in Ghana continue to suffer. We need to do this. And the reason why it's important for us to do this, the benefits of this agreement we are signing today are numerous. For the general benefits and the low-hanging fruits, you know already what this agreement means is that billions of dollars we pay as refining charges to refineries in Dubai, in India, Switzerland, Hong Kong, and other foreign countries will now stay in our banking sector. That money will now stay in our economy. We will not be paying that to refineries outside. What this agreement also means is that we are creating more direct and indirect jobs, particularly because Gold Coast Refinery has committed to operating 24/7 in line with government's. Again, this agreement means high tax revenue for the people of Ghana and potential revenue in the form of dividends due to our 15% free carried interest. But more importantly, there are certain key benefits that are worth sharing. One of the challenges that has plagued our nation is the issue of purity losses and the undervaluation of gold exports from Ghana. A lot of people don't know that all the gold we export from Ghana, as a country, we do not yet have the capacity to determine its true value. Because what the Goldbod as the national assayer does to determine the purity of the gold is simply SRF assay. An SRF assay cannot accurately determine the value of gold. And that is what we do to the small-scale gold we export and the large-scale gold we export. And how do we know the value? We have to wait for the off-takers buying the small-scale gold and the large-scale mining companies exporting the large-scale gold to go to refineries outside our country, refine the gold, determine the purity, and now come and tell us as a sovereign currency country that your gold purity is X or Y, and that this is the value. We don't have the means of determining that. Now, this agreement is going to put a stop to that, because at Gold Coast Refinery, we'll be doing fire assay, a gold standard of assay before and after, and we can determine the actual, for that matter, value of our gold on refineries outside our country to determine that. Again, when you export gold in its raw form and you do your SRF assay, the purity sometimes for Ghana gold, 92%, 91%, 93%. When the gold eventually gets to the destination country and fire assay is done, most often than not, the purity figure is always lower than what we record here. So that leads to huge losses. And when you look at the volumes of gold we're exporting, that is millions and millions of Ghana cedis that we lose as a result of that. That issue of historical purity losses will also be a thing of the past. Now, we will also be able to accurately determine the silver content of the gold we export, and we can possibly retain that silver here. We can choose to sell the silver or retain it here for purposes of fabrication. So all the jewelers in Ghana and those involved in the fabrication industry can now have access to adequate silver and refined gold to make quality jewelry and other forms of gold and silver ornaments. And finally, this agreement we are signing has made formalization of ASM and traceability an urgent imperative, because without that, I'm sure we cannot count on the continued support of Rand Refinery. They will not be involved in anything that does not promote traceability. These are many more. So, this agreement will not be just ideas on paper, but we are committed to translating these ideas into action. And we can assure you that effective 1st February, you'll be getting a minimum of a ton of gold every week. And subject to your capacity, we hope to quickly increase that. So I want to conclude by thanking His Excellency, the nation builder, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, and whose vision this is being done. And the second minister, our governing board, who have supported us every step of the way for us to achieve this landmark, feat. Thank you very much for your attention.
On that note, hear from the CEO of Goldbod Refinery, Dr.
For the next couple of years. One minute. All right, good.
Chairman of the board of Goldbod, Your Excellency, the Ambassador of the Republic of Egypt in Ghana, Ambassador Wael Fati, Honorable Chief Executive Officer Sami Jimfi of Ghana Goldbod, distinguished CEOs, directors of the various institutions, Chief Executive of Chamber of Mining, and the Chief Executive of the Refinery, members of media and the press, ladies and gentlemen. We first thank Allah for making this ceremony and the further. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to present. It's a great honor for us to mark this important partnership between Ghana Goldbod and Goldbod Refinery Limited in today's ceremony. Permit me to begin my speech with some bold and important statement delivered by His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the President of the Republic of Ghana, just last year. Our rich not only in resources but also in talent, Ghana is leading this change by taking real steps toward economic independence, greater control over its natural resources. Honorable Chief Executive, we share the views that guided by the bold statement and the vision of His Excellency, President John Dramani Mahama, and the supported initiative such as the 24-hour economy framework, the establishment of the Ghana Goldbod. Ghana is advancing towards self-reliant nation, a strong, confident, and less dependent on aid. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, our journey began with simple, ambitious goal to build world-class gold refinery in Accra to serve Ghana and the sub-region. We confidently say that our journey was born from the vision of His Excellency during his first term as the President of the Republic of Ghana. The Gold Coast refinery was completed and commissioned by him in November 2016. As Honorable CEO of Goldbod explained and gave idea before in his speech. However, various circumstances handled its operations. But today, the ceremony will initially change the narrative. Gold Coast Refinery is modern, fully equipped facility that meets international standard. It has the capacity to process up to 100 metric ton of gold per year. 99.5, 999.99, and 999.99. All the necessary analysis to refine gold from ethical and responsible sources, including those approved by the Ghana Gold Board. Gold Coast Refinery proudly holds the first Responsible Jewelry Council (RGC) certification in Ghana, as well as ISO certifications, including ISO for our laboratory and the certification from the Ghana Standard Authority. We are also actively pursuing London Bullion Market Association accreditation through our fully partner Rand Refinery. Our services including, but are not limited to assaying and product verification, smelting and refining, bar casting, secure vaulting service and delivery, ethical sourcing and compliance checks, and RGC certification and Gold Board rules and regulation, logistic support, and customer service. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we are proud to announce that we have successfully concluded a technical, operational, and commercial arrangement with Rand Refinery of South Africa, the only LPMA accredited refinery in Africa. And in this occasion, I would like to welcome the CEO of Rand Refinery and his team who attended the ceremony. This partnership will result in a significant presence of Rand Refinery in Ghana and will greatly accelerate our journey toward establishing the first LPMA accreditation refinery in Ghana, together with the Ministry of Finance and the Ghana Gold Board. We believe that Ghana will win. Very soon, we will hear about Ghana Good Delivery. Honorable Minister of Finance, who also supported, beside Honorable Chief Executive Officer of Gold Board, supported us to reach to this moment, to sign this agreement, to work together. And with the refining agreement, Gold Coast Refinery will receive gold doré, raw gold, from the Ghana Gold Board and refined to pure bullion before export. This value addition will not only increase export earning and values, but create employment and advance the industrialization agenda in line with the President's vision for growth and development. We are very proud to play our part in this vision. Gold Coast Refinery and our partner Rand Refinery are fully committed to this partnership with the Ghana Gold Board. We will work closely with the Gold Board to deliver strong and measurable results. We hope that our success will serve as a model for the sub-region and beyond. In conclusion, I extend my deepest gratitude to His Excellency President John Mahama for the opportunity to add value to Ghana Gold, and also thank the Honorable Chief Executive Officer of Ghana Gold Board and the members of Gold Board for the support which continually and reached today to sign this agreement. Thank you very much. Thank you. May God bless all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Refinery, Mr. Dean, May, remaining. What is refinery? Like you've heard many times, refinery is the only LBMA refinery on the continent. Today, we stand ready to support aspirations of the government of Ghana for local refining. And that is only possible through our partnership with GCR, together with the board, to assist and support forcing LBMA good delivery within the ecosystem. And I think that's an imperative. And everything I've heard from the colleagues it resonates with our CEO mentioned local refining, sustainability, responsibility. This to me is not about achieving a destination. It is a journey that we all are going to walk together. I think we all share the common goal that sometime in the future to achieve LBMA accreditation for a local refinery in Ghana. And like I say, it would not be possible today and going ahead in future if we all do not collaborate and work together. I think that is one of the most important things that we all need to strive to. And today is just the start of the journey. There's lots of work ahead of us. It means the journey to achieve LBMA was easy. We have an LBMA. It's not an easy journey. And therefore the commitment I see with all the individuals in this room together is absolutely and how we collaborate and how we work together. So on behalf of Grand Refinery, its board, its colleagues, its shareholders, we are proud to be part of this monumentous and auspicious occasion. Thank you. Thank you.
Let me start on existing protocol to make a few comments on behalf of my minister, the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, Honorable Emmanuel Amakofikua, who would have loved to be here in person. Official assignments have taken him out of this country. First of all, let me, on behalf of our ministry, thank the government of Ghana. We thank the president. We thank the board of Goldbod, and of course the CEO for this effort. It hasn't been easy, but today they have made it possible. We want to ourselves to say that whatever it will take for the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources to play its role to ensure that this journey that we have started today brings the fruits that we all desire to achieve. And so once again, I want to also thank our investors for the confidence they've had in this country and that they are coming in with this huge investment. We want to assure them that your investment will really bear the fruits that you've envisaged for which you are making this investment. We want to thank all of you and to also assure you that Ghana is a destination that you can do business and do it without any fear. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chairman. You see, the collectivists are for
Communication director would all of this meeting at this contract signing. Yes. Yes. I mean, I was just saying that it's only a communication director who will be able to gather all of this media at the signing ceremony. But let me join the Honorable Deputy Minister to congratulate the CEO and board of the Goldbod for this momentous occasion. This is definitely a major thing that has to be done, and this and as my colleague said, this is the beginning of the journey. And we also would want to commend the governor and the Board of Ghana for who Goldbod works to making sure that this happens. For us as the chamber, we are committed to refining gold in Ghana. It's something that we are committed to. And this commitment is not just in talk. The Refinery will tell you that the chamber has engaged them. The Gold Coast Refinery will tell you that we've been there. We also were at the Royal Refinery as well to look at that. And the solution that we thought that we required to ensure that LBMA accreditation happens in Ghana is the journey that we have begun today. We believe that definitely getting into other refineries that were not LBMA accredited, then we could use that gold to get the stock that would enable the Gold Coast Refinery and other refineries in Ghana to be able to start the process. And the partnership with the Refinery is the solution for it, because you could do a two-stage at the beginning, and then with time, with the agreement that has been signed, we will be able to do this in this country. So I think this is a major step that we have taken in our country, and I believe that our forebears will be happy with us that this has started. This is the beginning, and we are committed to ensuring that this happens and this is entrenched in this country, and we begin to see gold that is stamped with Ghana on it. And so this is a major thing to happen. And we are working together with the Goldbod, with the Bank of Ghana, with all the refineries in Ghana, Gold Coast Refinery and RUND, to ensure that this really stays. And by the time we get to the point where the volumes that the Goldbod CEO is talking about get delivered, because of the systems that are in place already, the LBMA accreditation definitely is going to happen once we go through that process. And once that happens, we are going to begin to see the large gold mines also refining their gold also in this country. So thank you very much. This is a process that has begun. Let's all be committed to it, and let's all make sure that this works for Ghana. Thank you.
One of them was trying to organize an event between Egypt and Ghana on the sideline of Davos tomorrow and after tomorrow as a sign of South-South cooperation and the cooperation between both countries. This is a very important event to be shown up during the couple of hours between the two presidents, as Egypt recently joined the initiative of His Excellency President John Mahama recent. The other thing, I was trying to accelerate the 300 buses coming from Egypt to Ghana to enhance the transportation. To have three major achievements. The third one is to attend such important event, an agreement between Ghana Goldbod and Goldbod. Actually, I'm very proud to be here today, mainly because of this gentleman. We consider him Ghanaian more than Egyptian. All of us are believing in this country. All of us are believing of the African ownership, the African resources, the African capabilities. I'm coming from a country which is considered the cradle of civilization. To another country, it's considered the cradle of Pan-Africanism and the land of gold. I'm not technical to talk about how to define and the 4 nines or 5 nines, but actually, I'm just talking from my heart that I'm really very proud to attain this achievement between the both sides. And we believe that under the presidency of His Excellency John Mahama and his brother, President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi, Egypt and Ghana will be far away from the other countries, not only in Africa, but in the whole world. Ghana is most stable. Ghana is a peaceful country. And for that reason, we are pushing the private sector from Egypt to come and invest here in Ghana. We have more than 30 Egyptian companies are investing in this country. I'm a newcomer to Ghana, just 4 months. And during the last 4 months, we achieved a lot. We bring several companies. We bring several investments. We are doing great job to facilitate the business-to-business and people-to-people relationship. And we are very sure that together we will succeed. We are building on our historical relationship between both countries, that they are sharing history, geography, and the same values. All the best to Ghana Goldbod and my dear friend Dr. Saeed, Gold Coast Refinery, and we will achieve the best for both countries. Long live Egypt, long live Ghana, and all the best to all of you, dear friends. Thank you.
Our friends from the media, are you there? Yes, we have planned to do a Q&A on this stage. And I can see from the face that, so we have
Excellency, good morning. Dr. Said, good morning. Good morning. And the CEO of RAND, very good morning. Media, good morning. Fellow board members, very good morning. Today is a great day. It's very historic. Our first president married from Egypt, which we are all aware, and for that matter, it's opened doors. And today we have an Egyptian investment in our country. So let's be very happy as a country, Ghana. As has been said already, the benefits of those agreements is enormous for us as a country. Why? Because the dollar that is being exported by us is going to be refined over here by Ghanaians. And for that matter, there will be value addition over here. more employment, Dr. Said, we plead that open the doors. Thus, because we are going to supply you about 52 tons of door every year. All along, we've been told that operating capacity was low. Now that we are giving you the raw materials, we hope that you open doors and employ more hands for us. Please.
Sure.
Please.
Sure, Chair.
And also, we also plead with you, you open the technical department for our technical universities, those who are doing metallurgical studies for orientation. And the benefits that will accrue to the country are enormous. More and more will be recorded as far as the exports are concerned, and then the proceeds from the exports. We are very, very happy to have you here. We are prepared to support you, and please let us be very, very because within a very short time, he's been able to put this agreement between the two, the collaboration between Gold Coast Refinery and Goldbod. And also, let us all pray that what we are witnessing today will last and it put into action, not just on paper, but let's see the results. And we've asked that please, the first rollout of the dealer with our mark, Goldbod, Bank of Ghana, will come and visit and attest to what has been said today. So we thank you very much for the 15% that have been allocated to Goldbod and for that matter, Ghana. Thank you very much.
Now be made, ladies and gentlemen, with addition of these prefects. This collaboration between the Republic of Egypt and the Republic of Ghana. More jobs as we move to the next stage of the mandate. Traceability, value addition, and that is the reason many experts have said that this is a game changer. Snowball will eventually mean that the price of goods and services will further drop, excitement in our pockets, and Ghana will once again breathe and shine like the black star it is. Round of applause. So this is being witnessed by the board chair of for the first time, we are walking into the next level and showcasing Ghana to the world and living purpose as God mandated. Your applause will be more